I came to Western Australia in 2008 to join my husband, who is Italian, and he migrated to Australia when he was little. But myself was a former both person. I was a refugee in the United States in 1980. I love the people here, and I find living here, the lifestyle is quite peaceful, and I feel safe living in Western Australia. When we migrate to a new place, the first challenges we've met will be the cultural differences and most of the time the language barrier. That was very challenging for me at first. Fortunately, I was able to maintain a lot of our tradition and cultural practices. For example, religion, or a few times a year we have special occasions like our New Year's festival, our mooncake festival, which I really love. And also we have a special day where we remembrance our ancestors, and we celebrate in a certain ways, and there's nothing in this country or in America that will prevent us from having these ceremonies and maintain our traditions. And I also get to wear my traditional costume as well at these special occasions. So I feel very blessed that even though there's differences in language and culture practices, but we're still able to maintain our own tradition. Living in Western Australia, the main language is English. But I do have many opportunities to speak Vietnamese as well. Firstly, is to my daughter at home, but also there's a large Vietnamese community here, and we do get together for occasions or celebrations, so the Vietnamese language is still maintained around me. The conversations that I have in English in comparison to conversations in Vietnamese all depends on the context. However, I do find that a lot of time I speak more freely when it comes to speaking in English. I guess because with the Vietnamese language, we tend to be a lot more not careful, but dance around the subject a little bit, beating around the bush instead of going direct. I'd like the directness of the English language. Since I came to Western Australia in 2008 until now, I instantly felt welcome by the Australian people, and I find that the Vietnamese who migrate here since the 80s has already established a very positive presence here. So, the Western Australians, people in particular, enjoy the cuisine, meeting Vietnamese people. We brought some, culture practices that are interesting to the Western Australians people. But interestingly, since I came here from 2008 until now, I have seen a shift in the way the Vietnamese people were perceived. Mainly because of the crisis that we have around both people. I have received remarks like, Carina, we like the Vietnamese both people compared to the both people who came now. It not necessarily make me feel good about it, but I do understand and appreciate where they're coming from. On the one hand, it was recognized that the contribution of the Vietnamese both people who came to this country, comparing to the both people who came now, but they never have a chance to really assimilate in the society and proving themselves and contribute back to the society. So it's hard for me to receive that, but I see that the Vietnamese both people or refugees who came here now view as the good refugees. So I don't know whether or not it's the right thing, but it is happening.